Hello and welcome on my website. My name is Sophia and this video is about my top 3 tips for you if you're thinking about buying a property in beautiful Italy, which is why you're probably here on my website. But first of all, I would like to introduce myself very quickly. My name is Sophia and I'm a state-accredited interpreter and translator for Italian, German and English. And I specialize in the translation of notary deeds for international customers. After graduating at the University of Westminster in London in international communication and liaison, and after graduating as an official translator and interpreter in Munich, Germany, I finally decided to move to Italy and to start my own business as a translator and interpreter for notary deeds. Before becoming a self-employed interpreter and translator in Italy, I actually worked for several important companies such as Cartier and Engel & Völkers. So here are my 3 top tips for you that you should know before buying a property in Italy. My first tip for you is to know that you need a professional translator and interpreter if you want to sign your own purchasing contract in Italy yourself, because you cannot sign an Italian contract if you do not understand perfectly the Italian language. So you will have to have a translator and interpreter like me, who is able to provide you with the translation of the purchasing contract in your native language. This is also important because the rules and regulations in Italy on property purchase change quite frequently. So you will have to have the possibility to ask questions even before you actually sign your contract on the purchasing process, which is of course very important, and you will have to understand what the notary has to say. I absolutely recommend you to get a professional interpreter and translator for your purchasing in Italy. My second advice is you should know that you have a right to get a bilingual purchasing contract. So that means that you can go to the notary and have the bilingual notary appointment. Also, you should know that you have the right to get the translation before you actually sign the contract. That means that I will translate the contract before our appointment at the notary, and you will have the possibility to actually read the contract properly, and of course you will be able to ask questions and to prepare your questions, and also you will have the possibility to get in touch with a professional lawyer of your country and get maybe some advice from them. My third advice is that you should know how a bilingual notary appointment actually works. Let's say you decided which property you want to buy and you contact me as an interpreter and translator for your purchasing contract. So you will receive my translation of the Italian contract before the actual appointment at the notary. Once everything is translated and ready, we will meet at the notary, also with the Italian selling party of course, and you will be able to ask any question at the notary through my translation. Also, there will be a second person present who is bilingual, which will be the bilingual witness, because by law it is necessary that there is another person who will check my translation and if my translation is basically correct. So once we are all at the notary will read out loud the Italian contract in front of all the parties. During the reading in Italian, of course, there can be some questions, maybe the selling party also has some questions, and after that I will take an oath to carry out my office truthfully and faithfully, of course, and after that I will read out loud the purchasing contract in your native language. After having read the contract in Italian and in German or in English, we will then be able to sign the contract together, which means that you will sign it, the notary will sign it, I as an interpreter will sign it, and the witness of course will sign as well. And after having signed the contract, you will be finally the new owner of the property, and you will have been able to sign the contract yourself and understand what you actually signed. So maybe you want to know how much my interpreting and translation service costs. Well, it depends very much on your individual situation. But if you are interested in receiving a personal and individual offer, please get in touch with me and do not hesitate to contact me. I will be very happy to provide you with an individual offer. And who knows, maybe we will very soon meet at the notary.